All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. It is the Schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. It is the Schlangs that brings us purpose. Welcome to Fahrenheit Radio's Fahrenheit. We are live on Fahrenheit Radio, the world's #1 truest rap radio station, available at firstdegreetod.com or your TuneIn app. We are live on the U-Books and the Insta Chat and the Twitter Hoop and the Mygrams. And I am your host, DJ DE Yo Money G. Okay? If you ain't heard I retired from the entertainment business, that wasn't doing enough for yous. So now we're together, our focus, making money in our sleep like these rich people on the path to comfortable. Okay? And the #1 way to make money in our sleep is home or condo ownership or halfplex or something. So I've dedicated my life to help the Fahrenheit financial wellness community get there. Okay? Now we're going to start where we always start. With the news. Big day today. swearing in of a new administration. President Biden, congratulations. Vice President Kamala Harris, congratulations. Lead us. Everything I'm hearing sounds so good. Sounds refreshing. It's a fresh new start. It's good to hear intelligence and unity again, So that's good to hear. For the first time in American history, those who are crippled with fear and fear us are an American nuisance, a public nuisance. That's a first. A good thing. There's revolution in the air. Okay. And to those people who are afraid, feeling like they're losing their power, you're going to be all right. Now, I've been waiting a long time to get to today. Okay, let's just recap on the whoop. Okay, we are Fahrenheit Financial Wellness Community. 5 steps to own a house. Okay, Jobby Job 2 years. Taxes. Check your start paying debt. Save 20K. C to DE. I will personally get you in a house. I've worked hard to be able to say that to you. If you already own a house, we've already started forming groups within the community. 5 or so people who invest their money, making money in our sleep. Okay, so if you already own a home, you come to me. I refinance your home. If you're in California, we own it now. If you in any other state, I'm getting certified in your state just so we can be community. Okay, I'm starting with Arizona. That's where I've gotten the most feedback from. Now, that's all. I'm your man for that. Big day today. Woo-wee, for my radio audience, for my worldwide Fahrenheit radio audience, I am holding up a sign that says taxes. Oh my goodness. For my Fahrenheit radio audience, I'm holding again. I had put it away, but I'm holding up again. It's that important. Today is one of the biggest days of the seminar, okay? We turned ourselves, first of all, we turned our mentality from consumer merchants, okay? Instead of buy, we're thinking sell, sell, sell. Okay, that was first. Second, we talked day one, we talked about Jobby Job. We said we're going to 3 jobs. 1 where you have a salary, 2 where your effort controls how much you make, okay? Okay, real quick. Now, the second step is taxes, okay? So many, I would say 90% of the people I know in the hustle game of any type, 90% of the people I know who are musicians, on a label, sell this and do that, are doing, their whole mentality is wrong. And I'm making this video for all of them, okay? I have a lot of people in mind. Now, taxes are your friend. There are 2 vocabulary words we got to chop up and get to know before we even get started, okay? For my radio audience, the first vocabulary word is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship. Who in the chat, tell me in the chat, can tell me what a sole proprietorship is? Can anybody give me a brave guess on what a sole proprietorship is? Okay, I'm checking the chat. What is a sole proprietorship? I'm checking the chat. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. What is a sole proprietorship? One person tell me. Ooh, I like John Sellers is on. He knew it was taxes. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. Knew what our subject matter is. A big day today. If you have a hobby, if you a record label owner, you do music or you produce all that stuff, today is your day. What is a sole proprietorship? Who could tell me in the chat? Tell me in the chat. What is a sole proprietorship on the Ugram and the Hippo? Boom, John Sellers is on it. Thank you, John Sellers. You the man. A self-owned business where you are responsible. You are here. Matter of fact, I take your talk so seriously. I went ahead and got the official definition. Okay. This is in investopedia.com. This is the official definition of sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship. Oh, I don't like that definition. Wait, where's the one I was reading on the whoop-de-whoop? Okay. Sole trader is an unincorporated business that has just one owner. That's you. Okay, remember we started this whole whoop-de-whoop on going from consumers to business owners. So you are now a business owner. Whatever your hobby or whatever you're doing is not a hobby anymore. It is a business. Okay? A business with just one owner, which is you, who pays income tax profits earned from the business. Okay, so you don't have to go get the whoop-de-whoop and on your tax. I am not a tax expert. Okay, let me start off with that. But within the community, we have tax experts. Dixie, Jessica, Nicole, we have tax experts. Okay. That's the whole purpose of the community, is take care of our financial wellness. So I am going off my experiences, okay? And all day I'm gonna be talking about my tax experience and how getting friendly with taxes changed Fahrenheit, okay? But let's establish our vocab first. Okay, so personal income tax. So you're not filing, you're not going out, you're on your normal taxes, you will be filing additional taxes. Now, I don't know if you're going to do it for this one coming up. You're going to have to talk to a tax expert or the next one. But at some point, you have changed your mentality and you are now a business owner, a sole proprietorship. Okay. So you'll file that. And now the whole world opens up. And I'm going to explain that next. All right. For my Fahrenheit radio audience. First of all, you're live on Fahrenheit Radio on the Ugrams and the Hippie Hip and my books. And I am holding up a sign. The next vocabulary word is tax write-off. Thank you, John. Tax write-off. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. What is the definition of tax write-off? Who can tell me in the chat what the definition of, okay, you think I'm playing, being the hand-making banana business, born. I'm telling you, watch what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so my question is, tell me in the chat, what is a tax write-off? Who could tell? Tell me in the chat. For my Fahrenheit Radio audience, I'm looking in the chat. I see good comments, but I don't see. Ooh, boy, Black Ice, what's up, fam? I'm still looking for the definition of a tax write-off. Who knows the definition of a tax write-off? Just like, you know, a general tax to beat Batson. Ooh, Enrique. Ooh, I'm telling you, we have so many experts within the family. Enrique, one of my old students, is a premier real estate agent. We're going to get to that later. But I'm telling you, within the family, you are set, you are secure. So yes, it's a tax deduction, okay? In other words, it's money that you never earned, okay? So let's say you have a hobby, okay? I'm going to have a friend who is in the remote control car. He loves remote control cars, and he goes and gets the whoop-de-whoop part, and he had to get on the Craigslist to get the Gypsy Chan piece, and he buys the case. Okay. The money spent on that is either going to be done two different ways when it comes to tax time. One, it'll be, if it's a hobby, It'll be money you earned and got taxed on, and then money you spent. Okay? But if you are in the car business, you the remote control car business, and you're legitimizing your business with taxes as a sole proprietorship. Now all the pieces of the whoopty wham was income that you never received. Okay, you don't get taxed on, you never received it. There's so many ways that you who have hobbies and have businesses, oh my goodness, record labels, producers, artists. I don't know how many artists, I say over 90% of the artists I know aren't doing it right. They spend money on studio time and videos and beats and chips and oh my goodness, keyboards, mics, computers, wires, chipty chip and the hipty who's, and it's a hobby. As far as Uncle Sam goes, it's a hobby, so you spend your own money instead of it being a business where you do your taxes right. And it's a tax deduction, money you never earned, okay? Going to last time I shared with you, I've done almost 1,200 Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash drives. My car, the depreciation on my car, tires, those are deductions. Either I'm going to buy my car and drive it and buy tires from my income, or I'm going to sign up for the whoop-de-whoop the DoorDash, do some drives, get some income, and use those things as a tax deduction. You got two choices, family. You either going to use your income on your craft or your hobby or whatever, or you're going to treat it as a business. Much love for you, B. You Batson, you got it right. You're going to treat it as a business, and it's going to be a tax deduction. Now, if your business takes losses, which most of y'all businesses are taking losses, okay, if we were to be real, a lot of music, you're spending more money than you're getting, especially if you're relying on streaming, because all that's, I'm this close to pulling all my records off streaming, but if you are spending more than you are bringing in, you're taking losses. If you do it right, you will get some of that money back. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there and get a sip of water. If your business is taking losses, which most of the businesses are, including Fahrenheit at first, is taking losses. You don't even realize it because you don't realize what you're spending because you're just spending. But if you are forced to sit down with your spending because you know it's a tax deduction, you will realize your hobby business whoop-de-whoop is taking a huge loss. And if you do it right, you'll get some of that money back because the government wants you to have a business. But the government wants you to make it legit, and they'll pay you money back on some of the money you're spending. So we're turning our craft into a business. So some of the money we spend, we get back. And 2 years of your own business, you can spend towards a house when you see me, or refinance when you see me. When it's for 2 years, it's a legitimate business. All right, I get excited off that, man. I've been waiting a month to explain that. And there's so much more we have. I'm not even a tax expert. You'd have to talk to your own tax expert. But I'm saying, if you just make the commitment, tax time is coming, that you are a business. You don't need a business license. You just need the commitment, and you need to file that way. The whole world of your spending changes, okay? Because you don't realize how much money you are spending that could be a tax write-off on just your craft or your beats, or you're paying for the studio time. And oh my God, don't get me started. All right, make sure I get, okay, that was everything right now. All right. So that's important. I want you to watch that a couple of times. All right, next we're going to get into some slap from our Fahrenheit Radio audience. First of all, you are live on Fahrenheit Radio, the world's truest rap radio station in the world. But we're now live on the Insta Hoots and the U-Books and the Migrams and the Insta Chats because I'm being social. Look, Mom, I'm social. Look, Mom, I'm social. For my Fahrenheit Radio audience, I am holding up a sign that says, wait, okay, hold on. For John Sellers, you've been with me. You asked some good questions. He says, explain losses. And he says, how does a company lose money? Okay. Let me give you an example. I have so many friends who spend so much money on music. You know, keyboards and computers, studio time, and just videos and beats. And so it's like John, what I'm saying is if you're spending the money, more money than you're bringing in, and see the thing about today's music, you have to go on the road. And with Corona, it's real, that's all shut down now. Streaming is not the business. Okay. Download when you buy it, when customers buy it, that's all good. But streaming is not the business. Okay. So anyone in the music industry who's like spending all this money for videos but the money, which is a lot more that they're spending than receiving. Okay, John. If they're spending way more than receiving, which is the norm for people I know, that's a tax write-off. Okay. And that would count as money never earned by you. And if your business is taking losses, you'll get some of it back. I'll talk about my personal experience in a minute. Now, back to my little slappage. Fahrenheit Radio audience, I'm holding up a sign that said, who did the X-Clan's intros? Who did the X-Clan's intros? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Who did X-Clan's intros? Tell me in the chat. Thank you, John. You've been right on a lot of things right there. That's what I'm saying. I love how it's like everything. It's like we have a condensed audience now, not here for fairs and nothing like that. We're all here moving forward. Oh, yeah, I get royalties. I could get more than royalties. I'm talking about the beginning of Fahrenheit, okay? But still, when you do it right, when you have to list everything you spend, it's a whole different story. All right, who did the X-Clan's intros? Tell me in the chat. Who, we talked about this artist. Oh, wow, Mac J. Good to see you, man. Who did I know you know Mac J. Who did the X-Clan's intros? Tell me in the chat. Oh, did I turn on the mic for YouTube? I sure hope I did. There's so much going on. Tell me in the chat, who did the X-Clan's intros? I even made a fancy sign, Fahrenheit Radio audience, for the U space and the Insta Hoot and the Twittergrams and the face chats. Who did the X-Clan's intros? John says, tell him in the chat. Tell John in the chat. Who did the X-Clan's intros? Come on, y'all. We talked about them. I'll give you a hint. When we did the top MCs of all time, he was my number one. When we did the top MCs of all time, he was my number one. Who did the X-Clan's intros. Come on now. Fahrenheit Radio audience, I have not seen his name. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? He was my number one MC. Okay, we all gonna learn today. I ain't gonna hold up the show. His name is Perfex, my favorite MC of all time. So for our first slap, we're gonna be on the positive note today because it's a fresh spirit in the air with the new administration. Even though I'm telling you, Trump was just a man, people are taking all that too seriously. But it is hope in the air. So I'm having hopeful music. This is Professor X, Years of the Nine on the Black Hand Side. Years of the Nine, step to the Black Hand Side.
That is so pure black. This is protected by
the red. Hold on, let me do it right, man. Let's do the video right. It's not working. So if it doesn't work, I'll do it back. Come on. Professor X is the greatest. Okay, it's not working. I gotta play it like this.
That is so pure black. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green at the crossroad.
ISIS.
I used to be a drugster, a white kryptonite hustler, and a fly-comic horse's luster. So me being a pimp strutter gathered all the strength I could muster. Now off to the road we go, preparing myself for the motherlode, and step on path in God's stride. Oh, freedom or death I shall abide. No more shall I let a cave dweller fly. No more grease in my thighs. Welcome to this vainglorious ride. Black rock straight to their highs. For you, Pumpernickel Dog, here's the year of the nine on the black hand side.
The black hand side, the left get full right. Look on my right, third eye get sight. Protection, shadow on earth, the image. I see oneself, the silhouette be timid. Don't move or the eagle can bruise. When you lay it under, you can guess my mood. I take one bad glorious step for the road. Professor X, the black curve road.
Boom, 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 boom.
Step to the black hand side.
Upside your head. Here's a little inspiration for the weakless. Call me the gorilla, not the zoo thinking the foul warrior. Here's the inflict claustrophobia.
I'm so glad you're hearing this right now.
Get used with all the might. You see, I walk a giraffe. Comes in the form of a staff. Helps me oversee the confusion of your conflicted illusion. And simplify by the way you said hawk inside. The outrage, the power, the years of the nine on the black hand side.
Respect nonetheless, till the thunder to the test. Keep reaching for the.
You will not hear music like that ever again. It's going to take a century of human development before we get something like that again. Hoo-wee! My name is DJ DE Yo Money G. We are live on Fahrenheit Radio, the world's truest rap radio station. We're also live on the U-Books and the Insta Chat and the Twittergram and the My Foot and the Hit the Hits and the Chattergrams and the next. Hoo-wee! For my Fahrenheit Radio audience, I'm holding up a fancy sign that says sports. So it says sports. Now, my picks last weekend, I went 2 for 2. That was my first time going public with picks. Okay, first time going public with picks, so those 2 for 2. Skip Bayless, who I like. You know, I don't like to be part of Rupert Murdoch's products, but I do watch Skip and Shannon, and I love the Herd, okay, with Joy Taylor. So Skip always says, don't bet against Thomas Brady. I didn't listen. I was wrong on that. So here we go. This weekend's games. I'm going to give you my predictions. While I'm giving my predictions, well, I'm giving beat you a fool for that. While I'm giving my predictions, I want you guys to tell me in the chat who you think's going to win this weekend. Bucks, Packers. Let's start there. Man, it's hard to bet against Brady. Even though it's going to be 20 degrees, it's going to be cold. Even though it's at Lambeau. Even though it's Aaron Rodgers. First of all, it should be bid as 2 of Northern California's football legends. Okay, both those quarterbacks come from Northern Cal. I'm going to stop so you can ingest that information. Both the quarterbacks in the NFC Championship game come from NorCal. Okay? Even though it's going to be cold, I just got to go with Brady. I'm tired of betting against Brady. So I'm going to Bucks. Tell me in the chat who you think's going to win. Bucks, Packers. Tell me in the chat. I'm going to go with the first one I see. John says Bucks. Okay. It's hard to go against Brady. Thomas Brady. All right. Next game. Bills, Chiefs. Bills, Chiefs. That's going to depend if my homeboy plays. I'm going to say my homeboy plays Chiefs. My homeboy doesn't play Bills. Both the running games aren't at full strength, but at the same time, the passing games are ridiculous. Okay, so if Mahomes plays, I'm going Chiefs. If he doesn't, I'm going Bills. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Bills or the Chiefs. Shouts out to Twisted Insane, man. You've been getting in on this. Shouts out. Need to get that out there first. Ooh, okay. Kansas City. Ooh, it's hard to go against my homeboy, Chris Jones on that defensive line. And Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. If you play fantasy, Kelsey is now a number 1 round pick, first round pick. Okay. All right, moving forward. What's next? Boom. DE's tax story. I'm going to share. Okay. For my Fahrenheit radio audience, I'm holding up a sign that says DE's tax story. I've been doing all this talking about taxes. I want to share with you how it affected me with Fahrenheit. Okay. Now, when I first started Fahrenheit, it was during, the 90s. Boom. Put out Planet Zero, my first one I put out on my label. Hustling. Boom. See, this is before the streamings. So the money was a lot more. It cost a lot more to make stuff, but the money was a lot more, okay? So, but I never did taxes. It was just, I was spending, 559. Son Nicole, boom. It wasn't something. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, man. That's why I had to retire, man, because this is more important than just entertaining you with just release and just escape. This is way more important. So that's why I'm here with you, okay? So, I I was years in the game. You heard, everything we were doing. I wasn't doing taxes back then. It wasn't until Dixie from the Fahrenheit financial wellness community took my situation and was like, you really could be doing some things. Okay. So I realized the Uber driving, the driving, the car, the computer, my tax time, the plane trips, the shows I was throwing, all that was just tax write-off. So she took 6 years of my back taxes. We did 6 individual years, 1 year at a time. Okay. So this is me. I'm you. If you're not a sole proprietorship, I'm you at this point. I haven't done taxes I have a hobby. I spend money, I make money, or I have a little business but I don't do taxes. I'm you. She took my business 6 years in the past. Turns out each one of those years, even during the years I was balling, I was still taking losses because I was spending so much money on manufacturing. And this is just a whole different era. Studio time and just plane trips and chips and the flippy flus and the nifty knots. So it was just so much that I ended up getting money back from the government for each 6 years. I'm gonna stop right there. When I decided to legitimize Fahrenheit Records and go through everything I was earning and spending, I ended up going 6 years in the past and getting money from the government for each one of those years. Long story short, I was rewarded for legitimizing Fahrenheit Records. Okay. Not only that, since I've been doing it so long, all it takes you is 2 years. I can use it for buying a home, coming to me, getting a home loan, coming to me, refinancing. Okay. Once you legitimize it, you can use that income. Don't worry about what you're spending. Use that income as legitimate income towards something you want. Making money in our sleep by buying a home or condo. Okay. That is important. So that is my story. Going back, legitimizing my business, going back 6 years, made it work. Okay. So you out there, you are now a sole proprietorship. Whatever your little hobby is not a hobby anymore. It is a business. So when you spend money, you're getting money back because you're taking a loss from that business. Okay. You don't have a hobby anymore. Those days are over. And if you did your homework was to sign up. We've had a few homeworks. Sign up for Amazon seller's account because we're not consumers anymore. We're merchants. Sign up for eBay and all that, and sign up for DoorDash and all that. Okay. The reason I want you to do that is because if you're a business and you're selling stuff, what you're spending is a tax write-off. Okay. Now I'm not an expert, but that's just the surface. Okay. That's just the surface. One more thing I would like to share about DE's tax story is because I legitimize my business and we do it right. So much that I spend is on my business. So we do it right. Money I get back from the government, I flip it back. So you guys know I put out the History of Sacramento rap movie. I got bus ads. The way I paid for those ads was with my tax money. But if I use my tax money, I'll get some of it back. So I just been like recycling this tax money on Fahrenheit promotion. And it's not income I'm earning. It doesn't count towards income I'm earning. So that's my story. Hit me up. I'm your man for buying a house and getting a home loan. I'm your man for refinancing. But within the community already. And my goal is to have what you need for tax advice for your sole proprietorship within the community. So hit me up for that. This is very important. Anyone who does music, owns a label, has a hobby, needs to legitimize it and turn it to a business so your spending is a tax that does not count towards earned income. Whoa. Oh, all right. Finally got to explain that. Taxed and slap. Now, especially since y'all didn't guess my man Professor X, I got another Professor X song. All right, this is the Danye. We have come. Wait, night.
I have arrived from the sun to speak to those that are of the hidden. It is time to stand center of the circle, bring along faith and order. The mission, the state of the original. The blessing of gods is my energy. The oath, freedom or death. What's up, G? I don't mean the currency or even your fly girlie. I mean the one with the 5 spread of the hand. You know the signal. You understand. What I'm about to embark upon is not a... Don't let the British in your order take a hit or miss. Remember me, gorilla in the mist.
So happy that you get to hear this.
Sun. Idea his story to be done this way. Off to the road with much respect. Got your attention, I do detect. What's up, G? Let's go to the stars, gaze upon Tar. Yes, I know the move just that far. So here we're off to you dare me to dare. Not even a drop or a minute fare. Step to you and your square, and do you understand from where you come? A pharaoh and Egyptian kingdom, attempting to earn to do a blessing upon a pharaoh, a queen resting. So I kneel to a master standing erect and recognize you, the architect.
You are an architect.
Where you, the African, begin, and the British in the order end, and say when. What's up, G?
You are live on Fahrenheit Radio listening to Professor X, my favorite rap artist of all time. My name is DEO Money G, and we are on the path to comfortable. We're making money in our sleep. Ownership.
Degrees and squares and things. I shall use 360 as the means. Of these degrees, I shall use a quarter to bring African back to your order. You say, who am I? You're beginning. You're African, you're losing. With yours as a prop, he's winning. I got the solution, the remedy. Once closed, now unlocked with a gold key. You see, Oba beats this move on a drum. A leg back toast you with a shot of rum. Osiris ices the birth, Heru the sun. And then, Van Glorious, we have come. What's up, G? By the way, Van Glorious, this is protected by the red, the black, and the green. Architect,
You are live on Fahrenheit Radio, the world's truest rap radio station, on the TuneIn app and on firstdegreethede.com. But look, mama, I'm social. Okay, we also live on the U-Book and the Twitter Hoot and the Insta Space and the MyGram. Anything I could do to get to you so you know we're part of a new community, so you know we're making money in our sleep with home condo ownership. That's what these rich people are doing on the path to comfortable. I am your leader to comfortable. I take pride in that. All right. Let's keep it going. I don't want it to end. Okay, I've retired just so I could take this seriously and we can do this. Straight up. For my Fahrenheit Radio audience, I'm holding up a sign that says FAHFWC.com. FAH, which is the first three letters of Fahrenheit, FWC.com news. Fahrenheit Financial Wellness Community. This is our website. It's expanding, but it's up now. I want you to check it out. I've already gotten plenty of feedback. I appreciate that. I've gotten some from Arizona. So this is what's up, Arizona. I'm going to go back to school and get certified in your state. I'm going to start with Arizona so that I can invite you guys. You guys buy a home, refi with me, and we will set up an Arizona group where you guys, 5 people within your community, our community, we invest in, okay? I'm excited about that. I worked for a year so feverishly just so I could bring you home loans because the whole George Floyd and Corona, it didn't take me towards nothing like the marching. It made me get serious on how can we, my fans who have rocked with me this whole time, how can we be 100,000 heirs, 10,000 heirs? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, where we working 15 hours a week, a day to be rich. I'm talking about comfortable. All right, Mr. Machiavelli, that's what I'm saying. Arizona, that's going to be my next state. I'm finishing California now. I'm headed to Arizona. I got to get certified in each state, and I'm going to do that. I'll even go out there. If you buy it, you need a home loan, I'll even go out there. Okay, just because I know the power in this vision, okay? And I owe you, I feel guilty for just like being your escape for 25 years, just music. I feel guilty about that because that's not helping you. So that's why I'm so excited about this. So I'm going to go to our website, FAHFWC.com, and check out the news. Okay. I went on the site. I got this prepared because I take your time seriously. I found a story on our website, FAHFWC.com. The story is how to set goals and achieve them. How to set goals and achieve them. Okay, that was a great story. So I'm going to give you the gist. Okay, give you the gist of the story. How to set goals and achieve them. Okay, let me go to the beginning. Number 1, what is the precise outcome? Okay, you're setting yourself up we are setting ourselves up for failure if we don't get specific on our goal. Okay, not just, I want to do, it has to be something specific. Okay, so that's what the definition of what is the precise outcome? Okay, a specific goal. And their examples are, okay, like instead of saying, I want to read more books, their example is saying, I want to read a book a week. So that's more specific. Instead of saying, I want to travel, you'd say, I want to travel to California or something like that. Okay, so you be specific. Number 2, define success. Okay, the way they explain it is, how will I know I've accomplished the goal? But I always teach you have to define success. Okay, if I am successful, the outcome will be whoop-de-whoop. Okay, so I agree with that. 3, how realistic is the goal? That reminds me, we have 2 things that we're not saying in the Fahrenheit Financial Wellness Community. 1 is the word lottery. That word is forbidden. Number 2, When I get my stimulus, I'm finna. That is forbidden. We are saving stimulus. When I get my stimulus, I'm finna is forbidden. All right, step 4. Is this a priority in my life? I think if you make it a goal, it will be a priority. Okay, step 5, timeline. They say, when will I be finished with the goal? I say, create a timeline. You have a specific goal, you define success, and you say, I want to have this goal completed by boom, boom. Okay. My thing for us, the Fahrenheit Financial Wellness community, what would make this worth it, going live and doing all this, learning the and I had to get this mortgage loan officer license. I had to learn all kind of TILAs and RESPAs and Dodd-Franks and red flags and all kind of stuff, just so I can get us as 10,000aires. Okay, that's my first goal. Everyone who's rocking and believes in this is a 10,000aire by the end of this year. Okay. That's my goal for us, is hearing stories of people in the Fahrenheit Financial Wellness community being 10,000aires. Calico. All right, so we're gonna end today. Calico, make sure you watch this. Today was all about artists and producers who are spending money in the game, who aren't doing taxes on that. Okay. All about doing taxes on your hobby / music hustle, all that. Okay, so rewatch this. All right, to end today, this has been fun. You are live on the world's #1 rap radio station that's truest. FirstDegreeToDE.com or the Truant TuneIn app. Fahrenheit Radio. Thank you, John. Fahrenheit Radio. But just because this is so important, this is more important than music. That's why I had to retire. Just because this is so important, I'm live on the Twitter space and the MyGram and the face chats and everything else just to get to you. My name is DJ DE, Your Money G. I am no longer First Degree to DE. That was my entertainment name. I'm not here to entertain you anymore. I'm here to lead you to comfortable, okay? Making money in our sleep through home ownership. That's the #1 way these rich people are doing it. I spent time studying it. This is where the George Floyd, the Corona took my mind, okay? I am your man to buy a home. I am your man to refi. We forming groups. We've already started pooling our money, making investments. All right. For my Fahrenheit Radio audience, I am holding up a sign that says homework. Every day I've given you guys homework. We're together. Okay, because it's that serious. Your homework is to list your hobby / business expenses. Your homework is to list your hobby / business expenses. If you do music, studio time, keyboards, computer, clothes you wear in the video, your video. If you are a remote control car enthusiast, the car, the little parts if you are Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, your car, the depreciation in your car, tires, gas, all kind of stuff. Okay, it just starts with being a sole proprietorship, which is our first vocabulary word. Just means a business that you are responsible for the taxes for. And then it leads you to tax write-offs, where the money you are already spending, on the whipty-whoops and the hippity-hips and the chippy-chips will now not count as income. And if you take losses and do it right and realize all the money you're spending, you will get money back from the government. Okay, so see a tax expert. I'm not a tax expert. I'm sharing my experiences. I told you we went 6 years back of Fahrenheit, and it ended up I was taking losses and I started getting money back for those years. Each one of those, okay? So we're now sole proprietorship business owners. So your homework, Fahrenheit Financial Wellness Community, is to list all of the money you have spent on whatever your favorite hobby / business is. And a lot of you musicians, I hate to burst your bubble, but it's a lot of ego and you're spending more money than you're making. It's all good. You only live once. But now is the time to get some of that money back and legitimize your business. So, Fahrenheit Financial Wellness Community, list. It's going to take time. It's not something that's quick. List all of the expenses, things you buy when you're on that mission of your hobby, okay? So Calico, all that studio time, all that videos, everything, mastering, everything. Man, I'm so excited. I can't think, but it's just so many things that you are spending, and it's because you have not legitimized your business. You're spending income on it instead of it not counting as income. So please see a tax professional. If you need help with that, hit me up on our website, fahfwc.com, and I'll see what I can do in your state. I'll figure something out, but I'm your leader and I feel responsible for that. Now, to end us off, since there's so much positivity in the air, new administration, new hope in the air. Those crippled with fear are now public nuisance. That's the first time in American history. To those who are afraid of losing your power, to be real, you got to just see yourself in all Americans. If you see yourself as that racial class that's losing power and losing numbers, you will feel like you're losing. You'll have anger and you'll end up storming the Capitol. But if you just see yourself in all Americans, you'll be all right. You're going to loosen up your eyebrows. You're going to be at peace. You're going to loosen up your eyebrows. All right, so we're going to end the day with this positive song I wrote. It's called To Be Someone. Every time I'm on the Murder Master Music Show, shout out to Scotty B. My man from Paris, France, always asks me about this song, okay? So, my man Reg always asks me about this song. So, we're going to end today with First Degree the DE, To Be Someone. God gave me tools to be who I wanna be. It's up to me to be someone. Up to myself to make myself happy. It's up to me to be someone. Can't bring the factors that's surrounding me. It's up to me to be someone. Can't blame Shady, can't blame George W.B. It's up to me to be someone. It's up to me to be someone. It's up to me to be someone. Can't blame the teacher, can't blame society. It's up to me to be someone. Blame the spud man, can't blame AT&T. It's up to me to be someone. I can't blame the girl hold on to that. That is the past. It's up to me to be someone. It's up to me to be someone. Can't blame McDonald's. Can't blame Krispy Kreme. Can't blame McDonald's nor Krispy Kreme. Blame my family. They gave nothing but love to me. To be someone. Can't blame the mortgage bank. And the landlord. To be someone. Can't blame the Visa man. Can't blame the MasterCard. To be someone. Can't blame the pawns. I can't blame the system. Can't blame politicians for politicians' decisions. Can't blame politicians who get chunked out of your head. The boss. Can't blame the job. To be someone. Can't blame the ghetto. Can't blame the mob. It's up to me to be someone. I just want to be someone. Lord, I just want to be someone, to be someone. I just want to be someone. All of you hear me? I just want to be someone. I just want to be someone. All of you hear me? And make it happen. Be someone. How would you be and make it happen? I just want to be someone and make it happen. I just want to be someone. I just want to be someone and make it happen. I just want to be someone, to be someone, to be someone, be someone. I just want to be someone, to be someone. I just want to be someone, to be someone. I just want to. Be someone, to be someone, to be someone. I just want to be someone. My name is DJ DEO Money G. Okay, I hope you learned a lot about taxes today and how taxes is your friend. If you didn't catch the beginning, rewind that. I'm going to get off the Insta Hoot and the U-Books and the Twitter Hot now so I can save the video. I'm not going to do Saturday. Okay, I did say Saturday, but I need a week to get all my thoughts together on this because I take your time seriously. So the next time we're together is going to be Wednesday, same Fahrenheit times, same Fahrenheit location. Fahrenheit Radio on the TuneIn app or firstdegreetod.com, or I'm gonna say the names right just to give them their respect. Instagram, I done said their names messed up so many times, and now I have trouble with their real name. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I'll see you guys next time.